Hey, how are you? So, as you'll notice, I'm still in the same clothes because I recorded this video the same day that I did the other one. But I was in the mood and I wanted to do it. So, this one, makeup is already on, so you're not going to get to watch. I am Izna. I am a mindset and manifestation coach. If you are new here, please go ahead and give me a like. Subscribe if you want to stick around, see more of me. Leave me a comment if you have a video idea or would like to give me some feedback or say something. I would appreciate it. So today we're going to do this about, I don't want to say like a technique because I don't like that word. I'm going to call this a powerful way to create what you want. This is the way that I have actually had really fast results with, and I had almost exact perfect results when I used it. Both times. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of insight because it's kind of funny. I actually, until just recently, could not reverse engineer and tell you how I did this specifically because I didn't know I was doing it. Didn't know. So, is it something that I was actively like, oh my God, this is a technique, I have to do this? Nope. When I was doing it, I was literally just feeling it, so I did it. And then I couldn't for the life of me figure out how I did it. And for months I was like, oh my God, like that was perfect results. How did I do it? I really want to figure that out. Couldn't figure it out. Tried. No. So what happened to make it so that I actually figured out what I was doing and why it was important? Two things happened. One, I had a serious anxiety attack that knocked me off my fucking, like, you know, stabilized self. So I had to come back from it. Okay. Two, I watch videos, I do other stuff, I talk to people. And I had somebody recommend something to me that was a video, a series, and I'm not going to mention names, but yeah. So I had somebody mention a series to me that I watched the first episode of because I ended up falling asleep. I went to bed. But the very first series or very first episode I watched, and the very first episode talks about dimensions, right? Like how we live in our world and why dimensions are important. So this description of the dimensions really hit home with me. And once I heard his description about the first and the second dimension, it floored me. And then that breakthrough created another breakthrough. So I'll go through both of them, but first we have to start with the description so that you understand why it was so important. Okay. So the thing that he talks about is the first dimension, the first dimension being source, because that's where we all come from, right? So universe, source, whatever you want to call it, that is the first dimension. That is the creator. That's how we create. That's thoughts, right? So that's the first dimension. It's a thought, right? That's where everything comes from. The second dimension then would be feeling. Right? Because if you feel something, you're experiencing it. It's not just a thought any longer. A second dimension then would be you're feeling it. So then that begs the question, what is feeling and why does it matter? especially in this community where people talk about how you have to feel into it. The feeling is the secret. Why is it that people say so much about feelings? Well, feeling is how you live through something. You're not just thinking about it. You're not just, having a theory about something. You're actually executing it via feeling. So I could say, I'm a, blonde female woman, but only if I feel do I want to experience that, right? And then obviously you can create it, as I have, and turn it into a reality, right? But when I did it, how did I do it? When I did it, I didn't say I wanted to be a blonde female woman. When I did it, the thought was I wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe. That is what I thought of. And then what did I do? I actually looked at a picture of Marilyn Monroe and felt myself being her, that I looked like that. I felt that. So I felt, literally, I was experiencing something through what I was looking at, right? So I was living through something. I wasn't just thinking about it. I was living through something. Well, that's huge, isn't it? Because when you live through something, you're actually experiencing it. You're not conceptualizing it. You're literally picking yourself up and placing yourself in a situation. This is me. This is happening through me. This is something I'm experiencing. Okay, that's really powerful. That's really powerful. So that was breakthrough number one. Because if you live through something, you're putting yourself there over and over and over and over again. This is me. This is me. This is me. Right? So why is that important? Well, for me, right, I visualize, I affirm, I script. Well, I realized that all my stuff that I've been doing, that I've been focusing on, didn't ever really include feeling. I mean, I would say, yes, my person loves me. Yes, my person is crazy about me. Yes, my person can't stop thinking about me. Yes, he wants to see me all the time. Things like that. But those are actions, really. They have nothing to do with how someone feels about me, right? And that's different. That's incredibly different. So I heard once at the very beginning of my journey, somebody say, if they showed up, how would that make, how would they show up and how would that make you feel and how would they be feeling? That's what you need to tap into, right? So I actively use a very specific meditation, and I did for months. I only did this one meditation because it helps you feel into this more, right? And do I go back to it every now and then? Yes, absolutely. But it's Shelley's Manifest a Specific Person meditation, and she specifically has one for if your person is a guy or if your person is a girl, just so you know. I love Shelley, by the way. Hi, Shelley. Anyway, but if you are interested in that meditation, go check her channel. I'm sure it's easy to find. So, I specifically used that for months and could not figure out why I felt so good, but I couldn't figure out if it was because of that or because of something else. So I couldn't, again, reverse engineering this wasn't something I did until just recently. So I realized I had to actively include my person's feelings about the situation as well as mine. Because if you're recreating a person, don't they include feelings? It's not just actions. It's not just how he thinks about you. It's not how he shows up for you. It's not just what he does for you. It's how he feels about you, right? Because he can do all that stuff, but that's surface stuff. Because if he doesn't feel it, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. And you're going to see him be pushed away because you don't actually believe that he has feelings for you or they have feelings for you if you're not doing this part of it. So you have to include feeling in whatever method you choose to create this, your thoughts, create your affirmations, whatever way you choose to do it is fine. I'm not telling you how. Like I said, I do specific ones. So as of now, as of a few nights ago, my scripting has taken on a different angle, and my inner dialogue has taken on a different conversation. I love hearing the stuff that goes through my head now. It makes me feel giddy. It makes me feel excited. It makes me feel so good. So that's why I had to share this with you guys, because I want to give this to you. I want you guys to know how incredible this is. So make it so that your person shows up with emotion, shows up with feeling. I'm not talking about, oh, he's crazy in love with me. Okay, that's great. That's a good start. But he happily texts me. He eagerly waits for my text messages. He greedily wants my time. He constantly, happily reaches out to me. He loves giving me his attention. He loves spending time with me. He loves complimenting me and telling me everything I want to hear. He craves my touch. Why? Because that way you're shaping an actual person. You're not just saying, do this, do this, do this. No. If feeling matters a great deal to you and how you react to something, then imagine it's going to matter a great deal to somebody else too, right? So include all those yummy, wonderful feelings in it. Make it so that he or she or they or whatever get all those yummy feelings aimed at you, right? He loves bringing me flowers and gifts. He loves catering to me in my every need. He loves making me happy. He loves showing up for me. He loves surprising me. He loves everything about me. He's so happy. He's such a big part of my life. He's so happy to be my man. He's so thrilled and overjoyed that he gets to spend the rest of his life with me. Do you see how amazing that is? And it's just simply including the emotional part of it for them. It's so powerful. And if you can keep that going, keep that dialogue going, oh my God, it's so incredible. It's amazing. And it lights you up from the inside out. So, I really, really hope that this is helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope that you will come back and see me again.